All three of our Borders teams in the Premiership were in action today, including the derby at Mansfield Park, where Hawick took on Selkirk with the Bill McLaren Shield on the line. Reporting on this one is Ewan Welsh.
Selkirk made the short trip down the A7 to Mansfield Park, looking to make it 2 wins from 2 in the Tennent'S Premiership this season, whilst Hawick were looking to bounce back from their narrow defeat to GHA last weekend. Hawick pounced first with an early try through captain Matty Carrier, which fullback Kirkford converted to give the Greens a 7-0 lead. Selkirk struggled to break through the Teary defence, however they did manage to get on the scoreboard when scrum half Scott Clark slotted a penalty to reduce the deficit to 4. Hawick then extended their lead when winger Ronan McKean touched down for an unconverted score, before Selkirk kept within touching distance when scrum half Scott Clark ran in a try which he himself converted to take the scores to Hawick 12, Selkirk 10 at the interval. The first points of the second half were scored by Hawick winger Morgan Tate, who cleverly collected a short-stabbed kick in behind the Selkirk defence. Hawick fullback Kirkford then struck a penalty to enhance the home side's lead to 10 points, and Hawick looked content and on course to take the victory with less than a quarter of the match remaining. However, Selkirk weren't for accepting defeat so soon, and when outside centre Ryan Cotterill intercepted and pounded down the stand side to score in the corner, Selkirk were right back in it. Minutes later, and the same thing happened again. A long looping Hawick pass intercepted by Selkirk's Callum Anderson, who ran from inside his own half to tie the scores. With the pressure on, the conversion was made, and for the first time in the match it was Selkirk who had the lead, with only minutes remaining, making for an exciting finale. Luckily for the Greens, they were awarded a penalty which Kirkford struck beautifully to put Hawick back in front. It was then a case of being clinical to avoid giving away any penalties, while Selkirk tried everything to find a way through the Hawick defence. Hawick managed to win the turnover, and the emotion was clear to see on the face of young Greens coach Matty Douglas as the ball was kicked into touch to end the thrilling encounter between the two neighbouring towns. Full time at Mansfield Park, Hawick 23, Selkirk 22.
Great result. I thought we were a better team at the end of the game and deserved to win. I think first half we weren't quite where I wanted us to be. In terms of attack, I thought we got the ball turned over off us quite a bit. We didn't take our chances, and Selkirk scored right on the stroke of half time, which probably shifted the momentum in their favour at half time. We needed to lift our tempo and lift our urgency in the second half, which we did. I thought we were really switched on in the second half. Our scrum was strong, our line-out was strong, but at the same time we've chucked 2 interception passes, and that's kept Selkirk in the game. You know, they took their chances in 2 tries, so if they got a hand, you're 2 scores in front, and hopefully, you know, you're looking to see the game out then. But I thought the boys dug deep, and, you know, Kirk's kicked a penalty at the end of the game where last week we missed one. So, no, really happy with the result. A lot of big performances in there again. Matty Carrier leading for the front as captain was outstanding, along with Jay Linton, and, you know, young Corey Tate came off the bench to make his debut. He really stuck in. A great result today, and, you know, all focus now leads to Aki's next Saturday.
Aye, pretty disappointing. I think the biggest thing for us is obviously we've had 3 or 4 bad injuries today, so that's obviously makes it even worse. But, you know, we spoke about things on Thursday night and just didn't get the performance, you know, and we're a wee bit lacklustre, and fair play to Hawick, they brought it to us, and, you know, they're probably the better team in the end. But back to the drawing board, it probably doesn't get much tougher next week, so, you know, get back down on Tuesday night and obviously get focused for Curry.
Jedforest got off to a bad start last weekend when they lost heavily at Raeburn Place against Edinburgh Accies. Today they were back at Riverside Park to take on Glasgow Hawks, and Robin Purdy was at this one.
Jed were looking to get their campaign up and running after their opening day loss to Accies against the Hawks outfit that always looked the part physically. It was Gary Munro who got Jed on the board with an early penalty before a converted try by Hawks centre Fraser Goss after a powerful carry. Robbie Shearer-Gibb then bagged Jed's first try after a clever grubber by the live wire Stingle, Munro converting. Hawks' Liam Brims tied things at 10-all with a penalty before Munro's second penalty and a Paulo Ferreira try made it 18-10 to Jed at the break. Into the second half, Liam Brims cut the deficit with a penalty before a try by Hawks' Matt Stewart drew the scores level. Jed's Harry Meadows was yellow carded in 60 minutes, and the resulting Liam Brims penalty took the Hawks in front. Jed battled manfully for the remainder of the game, but conceding 8 second half penalties was ultimately their undoing. They'll see this as the one that got away here at Riverside Park. It finished Jed 18, Glasgow Hawks 21.
Yeah, it's disappointing, Robin, isn't it? I think we played very well in the first half. We bossed the game within their park, the forwards, and with the scrum ball and the line-out ball, and there were just a couple of missed opportunities in that first half that we should have put the game to bed. And I think fair play to Hawks. At the start of the second half, they came out fighting. I don't think we lost any impetus. I think it was just the fact that the Hawks just got on top of the game a wee bit and got their noses in the front. And I think we still had 2 or 3 chances towards the end of the game to put the game away, and we weren't clinical enough. No disrespect to our forwards, it was just kind of our backs that just couldn't put that game to bed. So that was disappointing for that side.
Every single team in the Premiership have now lost in their first 2 games, showing you how competitive it is. In other matches in the Premiership, Musselburgh beat Edinburgh Accies, Curry trounced GHA 45-0 at Millennium Park. They go top of the table with that, and Mar returned to form with a 48-12 win over bottom club Aberdeen Grammar, who will face off to second bottom Jed at Rubislaw next Saturday.